everybody, Yankee here. You know, one of the more taxing aspects of being a self-proclaimed, self-certified YouTube internet gun expert is that I get a lot of questions from you people, you know, the commoners. You come to me and try to seek the benefit of my knowledge. And I don't blame you. Who wouldn't want to learn from me? Who wouldn't want to be more like me? Now, the reality is you'll probably never be exactly like me because, you know, you're a normie. That's not your fault. That's just the way you were born. I obviously am special. I've obviously mastered the art of the gun. I obviously am an expert in my field. I have a YouTube channel and everything. They don't just give those to anybody. And you can't put things on the internet unless they're true. So I am obviously, like I said, a master of the gun, an expert. So people come and they want to study at my feet. They want to suck on my teats of knowledge, so to speak. And I like to indulge as much as possible the people that ask these questions. Because, you know, like I said, I understand why they want to be like me. So today I want to answer a question that I've gotten from a couple of different people recently. And the question is concerning 357 mag snub nose revolvers. All steel ones like the Model 61 here, and even lighter ones like the 360 PD here. I had a viewer ask me, how often do I have to shoot these guns to become as good as you? Which, that means as good as me, and we know that ain't gonna happen. But in all seriousness here, you're probably never going to do that. And it's got nothing to do with how good you are or anything like that. It's just that these guns aren't meant to be shot a lot with 357 Magnum in them. They're not designed for that. No one made them thinking you should do that. Not the heavier Model 60 and definitely not the lighter weight 360. Those are not meant to be handling 357 all the time. Not because the guns can't take it. They can take it, especially the all-steel gun can definitely take it. But your hands probably aren't. If I was to shoot 357 Magnum in my Snubbies every time I shot Snubbies, well, my joints would look like cherry tomatoes, and you would see me crying a lot more in my live chats, more than you do now, because I would be in pain. Because we're just not meant to take that kind of abuse, and 357 Magnum Snubbies are going to be abusive. I say all the time, you know, don't shoot 357 Magnum in these guns, shoot 38 Special. And the reason I say that is because if you shoot 357 Magnum in these guns, you're going to probably never master the gun. But what you're likely to do is develop a flinch. Start not liking the gun. Maybe even stop carrying it because, oh, I don't like it. I don't want to carry it. You might start hesitating when you have to use it because, like I said, it hurts. So when you're practicing, you use 38 Special so that you don't develop a flinch, so you don't start hating the gun, so that you don't hesitate when you have to fire it. I've said many times in my chats that with some guns I own, I'm pretty much to the point where if someone was coming at me, I'd say, hey, are you just going to rape me or are you going to rape me and murder me? Because if you're just going to rape me, that might be more pleasant than actually having to fire this gun, so we could probably work something out. So you don't want to be shooting 357 Magnums in your little Snubbie revolvers all the time because, like I said, you'll probably never master it. You'll probably just develop bad habits. Now, some people will say here, though, oh, but you got to train the way you live or train the way you fight or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't have to all the time. This is ridiculous. It's like people who engage in unsafe activity with a gun because they're like, well, I got to be able to do that in the 1 in 10 billion chance that it ever happens, and it's worth risking blowing my fucking balls off to do it. You know, those people that can't do math. They're the ones that say, always fight like, or always train like you fight. Well, you just can't always do that. Here's the thing for you. When we would go out and train in the military, like with pugil sticks and stuff, we didn't actually use bayonets. I mean, we weren't just like stabbing each other and slicing each other. We used something less harmful. And that's what I tell people to do with these 357 Magnum Snubbies. Shoot 38 Special. Because here's the thing. When it comes time to use it, you'll do just fine. A lot of people are worried. If I shoot 38 Special in it usually and then I have to defend myself, I'm not going to be able to handle the 357 Magnum, the recoil, the noise, any of that. Here's the thing. You will. When you're training with those 38 Specials, you're in a calm state. You're at your normal strength levels, and you can handle that gun. And you'll develop the skills you need to use that gun. And remember, the things you need to master are how to bring that gun to bear, how to draw that gun, how to fire that gun, So dry firing, drawing practice, those things are things that can be done even without ammo. And you can do those all the time, and you should do that as much as possible if you want to master your gun. And then for your live fire, just use 38 Special. You'll get great with that gun. If you put the time and effort into it, you'll get really good with that gun. And then when you carry it, put 357 Magnum in it. And to those people who say, well, then you won't be ready for 357. Yes, you will. Because like I said, when you're practicing, you're calm. If you ever get into a situation where you're under duress and you've got to defend your life, believe me, you're going to be hyped full of adrenaline. You're going to be able to handle the recoil of that gun. You're not even going to notice it. Your strength to recoil ratio is going to be the same on that as it was with the 38 Special when you were calm, if not more so. Your auditory senses, like your hearing, are going to lessen when you're in a situation like that. You're probably not even going to hear your own gun fire. Now, that doesn't mean it won't damage your hearing. It will damage your hearing. A lot of people think that when your auditory system shuts down like that it's actually stopping physical damage. It's not. It's just stopping sending the impulses to your brain. It's stopping from telling your brain, that's too loud. You'll realize later when things are over and your ears are ringing that it was loud. So you won't notice the recoil. You won't notice the sound. You'll be fine with the 357 Magnum. And if you know how to properly draw that gun, bring it to bear, you know how to properly fire that gun, you've got good trigger control, you know how to aim it, you know, all of those things that you've learned with dry firing or 38 Special, you're going to be fine with the 357 Magnum. The only difference will be now that gun will be more potent to the person on the other end of it. To you, it'll feel like every day shooting it, if you even notice you're shooting it and you don't go on to autopilot. So you don't have to train with 357 Magnum in these small guns. They're not designed for it. You're not designed for it. And it's less likely to make you a master than it is to make you have a flinch or afraid of the gun or not like it. So train with 38 Special, carry the 357 Magnum. When it comes time that you need it, like I said, as far as the extra power, the extra noise, you will have needed it, but you won't notice it.